Have you agreed on that?
Yes.
Do you believe in that?
Yes.
You raise up your hand if you believe. Oh.
ABC program. ABC program. ABC.
Nuisance Lele.
Those are the weirdos in charge of that contraption, where they are the weirdos you are seeing today. There are worse weirdos, right, that you are yet to discover. Or maybe those you know that you are yet to uncover their own madness. Nigeria is like, man, how 250 million people they see that have been at 220 million people. And yet the worst of the worst are the characters they call leaders. It's not like they actually want them as leaders, even though there are those who wanted them. But they have to force themselves on you. You know? So sad. Anyway, Wirewike, as part of his chat yesterday, okay, he was asked, would he be able to now deliver Rivers State to Tinubu? And this is his answer.
Will you deliver the PDP to the President Tinubu in 2027? Why? Well, I know you are not an APC member, but will you deliver?
Who is Tinubu other than me? Why are you asking me that kind of?
Because you are still a member of the
you know why you shouldn't ask me that question.
Will you deliver?
So if I heard him right, I think he said that who is Tinubu without me? Because that's exactly what some headlines have been quoting. Who is Tinubu without me? What does that mean? Okay. We'll leave that to those who are very good in putting together, such a kind of like a thought. So I will waste much of my time on that. And that was a very weekend in Lagos, somewhere called Oremeta, in Ojodubaga in Lagos, right? A popular restaurant. The building collapsed while the customers were inside. That triggered a panic all over the area. Like, how did the building that never really looked distressed collapse like that? Well, anyway, there were so many reactions and what have you, but from the first start, I got some pictures from the scene. I'll share with you.
Street, Il faut que je mette en caméra. Gars, si on a un moment, tu peux le mettre en caméra. Ok. Maman où? Au diocèse, dès qu'il me dit où est allé. Où est allé? Moi, tu vois la belle. Moi, j'ai gbégé quand yo si ni. Moi, j'ai gbégé quand yo nu si ni. On ti na won yan gbé jáde go, on tó lọ sí na won abẹ́ hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì, mo ti rí wọn gbé jáde. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú o. Ọlọ́run ṣàánú o. La ilaha illallah, ó jẹ́ kí n bóyá wálẹ̀.
It's like a two-story building. So there's a restaurant. Some said that it's actually an hotel. And the building that collapsed there is more than one different stories. But even though from the video that you just saw there, you barely see the rescue team. People are having, you know, the people, the passerby, the spectators, right? The crowd had to make themselves rescue sort of like agents, okay, at the scene. And that's actually how things work in that place, because it's the what do you call them again, the NEMA or rescue team or emergency team and the rest, they have always never been enough, you know. Anyway, there is no report of anybody dead yet. So they've removed more than 6 people so far before this broadcast, and they are still working on bringing more and more people out. So you just don't know which house is safe and when is it going to come down. Like, this is another thing about corrupt system, or corrupt, compromised system, whereby safety is compromised. People's lives are put in this arm's way, like, you know. So, but you don't know which house. You can enter any building to go and transact something, an hotel or what have you. If if their structure is compromised, you know, construction is pretty much like a short-changed and all that, and then you can just from sleep to grave. And I would go. Imagine I'm lodging in one of the hotel or one of the rooms, and then boom, like. Just open my eyes, I just see myself in like, wait, when it come down, come here, walk straight down. Walk straight down, bow from where to where. Alaye, come here, Jare. Now the hell be that, now the heaven be this. So yeah, come here, let's check your story. You know, kind of like, just like, no, I can't just be dead. I was there, you know. Anyway, we hope that there won't be any casualty per se. That is the consequences of compromised system. Lives will be lost whenever a system is compromised. Whenever a system is compromised as well, at the end of the day, somebody's going to get hurt. Always, somebody's going to get hurt. Unfortunately, the war you have in Nigeria is like a systemic rot. There are many of us who are going to get, who are getting hurt right now.
I need to advise the good people of Lagos State to remain cool and calm and collected. We are on top of the We are working with the local people. We are working with all the family. You see, when they are talking about emotions and sentiments, it's not about rescue operations. The most important thing is that we're on top of each other, and all the first responders are on that. And you can see us using various equipment. We are using light duty equipment, we are using heavy duty equipment, we are taking what we are doing. Can I say that there is no road call? You get what I'm trying to say? But the most important thing is that we are going to get to ground zero. You get what I'm saying? By the time we get to ground zero, we will see everything that is in there, and we are going to give comprehensive report.
What assurance are you giving to the relatives of some of the people who may be affected here?
Well,
some of them are outside.
The assurance that I'm giving them that Mr. Babajide Traore, the executive governor of Lagos State, is aware of the situation, and he has been coordinating the response plan. And you can see that all four battalions that are involved in emergency in Lagos State are on the ground, and we are going painstakingly, we are going to ground zero. So I appeal to our good people to remain cool and calm. We will get to ground zero.
This is the way you do person dey there. Padà sẹ́yìn. Níbi tẹ́ wà ayé èèyàn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó yá sípà.
That's from the scene of a collapsed building in Lagos. So we're in Ojudubaga in Lagos today, right? So also somebody sent in a video that they have now spotted the Enugu BRT on the streets. This is just an extra. That's from Enugu. So finally, tonight, to those of you who have been very much aware of the geopolitics outside Nigeria, what led there to the emergence of Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore, the 36-year-old president of Burkina Faso. The young man who has survived over 25 assassination attempts on his life. There's a report, right, today that he just escaped another assassination attempt. This time around, 7 people have been arrested, including the chief of staff, his own chief of staff, who was pointed among those who collected 2.8 billion franc, right, which is $41 million to get him out. He is still battling with the Janjaweed terrorists in Burkina Faso as we speak. He's battling with sanctions from America, sanctions from the Europe, sanctions from France, sanctions from Nigeria and others. So also today there was a report of which initially people thought it was like another coup was taking place in Burkina Faso. So Ouagadougou, the country's capital, is said to have witnessed the surge in the military presence, okay, since that incident. So it was to be taken out. There's something about African history in which, if you look at the African history or African leadership history from the lenses of the Africans themselves, and I'm not talking about the Western commissioned historians or writers or whatever, right? Because we did have all those and we still do have them as well. when you see people who understand the leadership history of Africa and how many, supposed homegrown leaders that were produced by different African countries, but they never lasted. So they were to be eliminated either by assassination, by coup, or a revolution sponsored by them, or a rebellion sponsored by the West to take them out. So Traore, a very young man who, out of the dust of what the France, what they've made of their country, for decades, their country have served, and many other countries in this French-speaking part of West Africa, they've served the generations of French people, or the French, and to the detriment of their own people, progress and development. But unfortunately, the elites of Burkina Faso were comfortable with the peanuts, the crumbs that were being fed them by France, while their common patrimony, their resources were being, looted out, okay? But it wasn't without their, it was not without their consent. So they agreed to it until Traore appeared on the scene. In 2022, himself, as one of the presidential guard in Burkina Faso, decided to take over the reign of government. And since then, it's been, apart from the assassination attempt on his life, the north central of the country is like ravaged with all kinds of terrorism, especially the Janjaweed terrorists, who surprisingly are now being supported by France. They are called human rights, they're fighting for their rights in Burkina Faso. Seriously. So Burkina soldiers, their army, they've lost so many of them. But it's been like the height of Traore's presidency in Burkina Faso, insecurity caused by the terrorism, caused by the funding from France, evidently. Or should I use allegedly? Okay, evidently. You know what I mean? So repeatedly, they have consulted with a lot of a group of people within and outside the Burkina Faso to get rid of him. True story. And that's what kind of makes him more admirable to so many Africans. I'm saying this because if you have seen those who are like non-Burkina Faso people, like non-Burkina Faso, right? People from Africans from outside Burkina Faso, they are so passionate about him. His story, right, resonates so well with them because he is considered, especially during the face-off with France, a lot of people also fear for his life because they believe that you may wake up one morning and then the story will be like he's been killed. Hopefully not so, don't get me wrong. But that's how much value they placed on his life, simply because he stands in between, the France colonists as well as their local, partners in Burkina Faso, in milking the Burkina Faso people and then dipping them further in what we call the lifetime of poverty. So they are poor, they are not arguing, but they believe that they are rich, only that they are naturally made, so they are like artificially or manly made poor by selfish people who just care, who doesn't care about them, but just care about their resources. So we hope, right, that all these evil thoughts on this young man, especially the fact that despite all limitations, sanctions, and what have you, he's been able to put his country right there in the map, on the map, where people believe that things are happening, right? Like, there's effort. You know what I mean? Like they are making effort to show to you that if they are not targeted and this progress is not truncated, they are likely going to be in a place that a lot of people will ever imagine. In 10 years' time, there is more battle to fight, especially the battle to keep him alive. Why does France want him gone? They've tried everything, it didn't work. Now people are concerned that, we're just going to wake up one day. Now, that also speaks to that part where they say that we are so powerless as Africans. It's like we are so powerless. We understand those who are responsible for our dilemma, for all the stuff wrong with us. We also understand those who are their collaborators, their friends in the West and all that, right? But despite all of that, we always still have that limitation of, maybe somebody else should come and do it for us, because we don't want to be killed. We don't want to be jailed. And then we don't want to be denied visas going to this country. So I don't want them to simulate. So it's crazy, right? It is, So we wish Ibrahim Traore all the best. I mean, he knows what he signed up for. There's no wonder the guy walks about with his service appeals to, even outside his own country. So you probably will understand why. I saw a video where these terrorists in the north central of Burkina Faso, I should have brought that to you anyway. So I saw the video of how they invaded a military base, a town, just same way, modus operandi, just same way. The Nigerian terrorists always, the same way they always kind of like operate. You get what I mean? So, and they said it is the regular occurrences in that place, like people from rural areas, rural communities, and all of that who have borders with, they have been the victims of this organized, terrorism in Burkina Faso. Now, despite the fact that they have actually given so much, I'm talking about billions of dollars or billions of euros worth of resources to France for decades, right? France would rather partner with those who want all of them eliminated because a young man decided to, like Trump, a young man decided to make Burkina Faso first. Like, okay, make Burkina Faso great, right? Isn't that what the Americans are? Yeah, the MAGA Americans with Trump. But now somebody who is promoting something similar for the sake of his own people has got a target on his back. That's how bad it is. Anyway, I was going to take a break. I was going to take a break this evening. I don't know, somehow, I mean, it seems that I tend to need more rest these days, okay? So, and at the same time, I do not just want to not let you have a bit of a dish, right, of what we serve on this platform every evening. So I hope I get back here fully this week, all right? So thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. The African Wahala, Director Scott and others, right? Enjoy the rest of your evening. And happy Easter to you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari political. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti